All right. Hello there, YouTube. This is Mr. Pokemon 907, and what I'm doing here for this video, I'm going to be doing what I would call a firmware update, technical specs discussion video, if that makes any sense. So recently we had there's like less than 48 hours, or about 48 hours by now, right? It's after 12 now, December 8th. I'm saying December, June, June 18th, July. It's just around the corner. All right. Yeah. So June 17th, 2026, and yeah. So this is a major date. What I'm doing here, the reason I'm in the eShop in the first place, we recently had an update to both systems, as is the usual, and both of them got quite an upheaval. People think it's only the Switch one that really got a big change, but no, sorry. All right, so this is the Switch 2, actively in the Switch 2 eShop, right? And if you look at the design of the UI, featured search browse, it was never like this on the original Switch. All right, so this is how it looked on the Nintendo Switch 2 since launch. All right, I am quite sure. Yeah, I had this thing since launch as well. This is how it looks. So yeah, you'd know the difference if you had a Switch 1 also. This is how it looks on the Switch 2. You'd know the difference if you had Nintendo Switch as well from launch day, right? So you go over here, you press A in this, you press A in this, it just takes me in to the game, the menu for this whatever I'm selecting, right? So if I go now and I, just shift this around or just take it up. And I go instead and I set my switch 1 here. Whoa, that is really dark. Like, can't see it for shit. So I gotta turn the brightness up on this for sure. I guess because of the screen typing now, this is a really different screen. This is a different system altogether that I'm just dropping in front of this thing. First time for a while ever recording. In fact, this, like, I think this is the first time I did, actually. And I have no way of keeping this thing. Alright, so I think that's fine. Yeah, that should be perfect right there. Yeah, perfect. So as you can see, this is practically just about the same thing. The only thing that's missing is the For You section is like recommendations that the Switch 2 eShop gives you based on the games that you bought, the demos that you played, stuff like that. Watching what you're really interested in and giving you recommendations for such. That is not in here. We have the wish list still, search and browse featured, and they're all pretty much the same thing, right? Yeah, this has a loose. That's the one advantage the Switch 2 has in for handheld play, especially the yeah. So the stand is superior for sure. So I just have to leave this over here. I can't really place it, and I can't go expecting a perfect stance, if that makes sense at all. But yeah, really bad stand compared to the Switch 2. So I'm just gonna leave it here, and hopefully it doesn't drop. All right. So you can see it press here. When I go over, it zooms in. It zooms in. I guess maybe they're testing around on the Switch 1 before they maybe drop this onto the Switch 2. See how much people like it. It zooms in. If I press on the left, it's then going to bring me back here. This is Switch 1, mind you, not Switch 2. So, I mean, it is a bit slower. Stand falling over again. So, I'm just going to leave it here at that setting. I'm just going to leave it right there. Alright, so yeah, it's practically the same thing. People are acting as though this is the brand new something, and it's like also impressive and stuff. I've been seeing it across the internet, so I just definitely went ahead and made sure to create a video about this. All right, so the eShop is pretty much the same thing as what I'm getting to here. That's what I'm defining here. It's pretty much the same thing that the Switch 2 has always had. There's no major difference. And yeah, that's something that if you weren't aware, you're quite so aware now. Alright, so alright, let's see. Just showed my dang wish list. Dang it. Alright, so I'm going to jump out of in here, and this is still on the Switch 1. I've got a bunch of demos, cards, game cartridges that I had. YouTube still works on Switch 1. Awesome sauce. Alright, so I'm placing the Switch 2 back here because this is the gist of the video per se. That's pretty much it for the Switch 1 actually. Right? I had this placed on my lap just now, right? Mind you. And I had it like placed literally on the stand. If this was a weak stand, the stand literally would have been, you know, like clamped down by now, right? Exactly, right? So it is exactly as I had it set. Nothing was moved at all, and I had this thing resting on the stand, pressing on my lap. If you're gathering what I'm telling you right now, and the stand is still in the very beefy, very tough stand, really good. So people who've never held one in their hands before, uh, this stand is amazing. You could place this in any which setting you had it to, and unless you're pushing it down to close it, it is going to stay there. All right. So all right, back to the home menu. As you can see here, you know, this isn't clickbait or anything of the sort. As you can see, the number right here, currently 22 point. You can see my finger there, 22.5.0. Yeah. My brightness, I'm not sure. I think that should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. So the 22.1.0, 22.0.0, then it was 1.0, was it? Or was it 1.0 then 2.0? Whichever it was. First we got the boost, and next we got the handheld boost, and that's when you go here and you go to wait, where again? Is it accessible? No, it's not. System. Right, Nintendo Switch software handling in the system menu, and you'll see this when enabled. This option causes performance of Nintendo Switch software while on dock. This is like while it's in handheld mode because I just have the tablet display right here, all up on the stand, as we've been speaking about the stand as much. That's it. All right, and then we got an update after that. After the handheld mode boost was added, we got another update, and that gave us the, I'd say, display speed improvements. But now the entire system had an overall performance improvement. So like this is to do with things like frame drops. I'm not just speaking. I'm going to give an example here for those of you who never played this demo or never saw it. I'm playing this in handheld mode, mind you. This is not docked, and I'm gonna go ahead and also play the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind from Cloud on the Switch 1 as well. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get around to that after. But for now, this is 3. This is 3 Remind, the demo, mind you, running on the Switch 2. You see there, Switch 2 console. If you've got quick enough eyeballs. Alright. So this, Jesus, it just hit continue. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine, I guess. So this is gonna load me up from my save data in the first world, because that's all we can play in this as a somewhat customizable save file, because you don't have all the features. You don't have the gummy phone or anything of the sort in the first world. I'm level 9, I think. Yeah? Yeah, you can see there, level 9. So, pretty decent. I'm just gonna run around. And yeah, this is smooth as hell. Like, I never really played this in handheld. I've been playing on television because it's just gorgeous as hell. Um, I've been playing this in television mode, just trying to get myself, accustomed because I honestly think I went a few too many years without a next generation console. The few recent years is the Switch 1, and that's it. Maybe a PC that was capable of playing a good few games, and that's it. But I never really had a PS5, PS4. I didn't have a Switch for a good few years it was out. Uh, I guess it wasn't demanding, but we're in the days again where I'd say creativity is at the peak again. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is turning the brightness down doesn't always work out for everyone. I'm gonna do that. Hopefully I don't die. Pull this out wrong. Yeah. I wasn't playing, so I get away with that one. I guess. Hopefully. Alright, so let's see. Load, and this is 521 and 520, so it's definitely this. Back from the save file again. And this is how I usually have this set. In the darkness, I've got my that's it. That's definitely way my bad. I've got the light in the room on at the moment. I usually set my brightness. The cams are really sensitive, man. Really dang sensitive. And like environmental lighting is always key. Alright, so you'll see soon enough. Alright? What I'm getting at in the first place. Alright, so let me just get this acquainted as much as I can. Put this on auto, and then I think that's definitely fine. Lock it, that should be fine. So let's try this again. Alright. This is smooth as heck for handheld, man. Like something that I noticed, this was the only gripe, literally the only gripe that I've had, the only problem I had with the Switch 2, especially the Joy-Cons. I realized that it was never an issue with the Nintendo Switch 1 controllers, the Joy-Cons for the Switch 1. I'd be playing games like Monster Hunter Rise, stuff like that, and the input would be slightly laggy. I guess because the Switch 2 is emulating Switch 1 games, right? The Switch 2 emulates the Switch 1 games, and if you use a Switch 2 controller, the games are more programmed for the Switch 1. So for some reason, when I use whenever I use my Switch 1 controllers, the lag was like non-existent. Everything was perfect, like smooth. But I always had some sort of like input lag with the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. And I've been saying, man, just some sort of hardware issue. That is gone. I could be playing any game now. I could be playing Super Smash. I could be playing Monster Hunter Rise, Sunbreak. I could be playing anything, and the lag is non-existent. Even in handheld mode, apparently. And I find that, however they did this, so if you're someone who's been gaming for a good few years and you're acquainted with like you've got the hand for this, you know the difference, and the controller ever felt laggy to you, I can assure you that's gone. That is gone. Controller is perfect now, so like I can actually get some proper practice off on Super Smash. I think I'm going to be continuing doing some more videos with that game as well. So this thing is smooth. I'm gonna admit here, before this update, this thing was struggling, to be honest. Like, I'm quite sure this is supposed to be 60 hertz, and this must have been dropping down to maybe the low 40s or mid 40s, if any, above 30, and maybe dipping all the way down to the late 30s, maybe 37, 36. I'm just guessing here because I never had the Switch 2 doesn't officially have an FPS checker in its programming, so I couldn't see, but that's my guess from what I was experiencing. And this is pretty much fluent now. Maybe even if it's still dropping, it won't be noticeable to all naked eyes. Maybe I think it's like 56, maybe the lowest 55, but it's like 60 hertz now. Awesome. I think I'm gonna leave this on auto that you can see anything at all. Yeah. Man, this is smooth now, like perfect, I tell you. There's nothing here, there's nothing. If there was. Yeah, so this is handheld mode, this is not on television, and this is running natively. This is not cloud, alright? This is not the cloud. Alright. So what I like to do, yeah, I just loaded I'm gonna go over to my, see if I can get my title screen pulled up. I can't from here, I guess. So just, you know, the old classic easy way, just reboot the game again. And I'm going to be loading toy box so that you could get like some more. That's, to me, that's an area that's like going to be way more stressing on it being. In fact, definitely the world that it was just in is more of a stress on the hardware, to be honest. For the first 30 minutes or so, I'm going to be, you know, for comparison reasons, I'm going to be just playing this, the Switch 2 digital Kingdom Hearts 3 demo. Then I'm going to be jumping over to the Switch 1 and showing the performance on the Switch 2. So, alright, on the Switch 1, my bad. Alright, so I'm thinking, nah, I'm going to stay in here for now. Then I'm gonna go over the toy box, show some more areas, and then I'm gonna jump to this exact same world in the cloud version on the Switch 1, just for comparison's sake. I had the cloud versions on the Switch 2 as well, but you know, this whole uh virtual card thing, you can actually take the game and like swap it between, if you've got multiple systems with the same account, you can actively do that now. Alright, so since I've got this on, I just ran through this area earlier, but I had the setting, the luminosity on the camera like really low, so you might not have been able to see a thing, but this is the same exact area I'm running through. Stark difference, right? Alright. So you can get over this way. Dash here, dash here. I think I might avoid these, I don't know. Ah, dang it. Alright. So this runs as you would expect a console game to. The input is very fluid. Yeah. There's no internet lag going on. It is quite fine. Awesome, alright? Good signal. You don't need, it's just running from the system itself, right? So, yeah, what you would expect, pretty straightforward. Alright? But if you get, dang it, oh, that's another something, you've got to be really focused. So I'm just gonna load again. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna load again. I'm gonna see if I could. I'm just gonna avoid these enemies this time and get my way down into the city of Thebes. That's actually based on a real Greece, a real place in Greece apparently. Let's see if we can get myself down to Greece as fast as possible here. Alright, just so you can see what I'm talking about. I've got like 11 minutes before I preferably should be switching over to. I don't want to make these videos too large, and you know, you won't have time to watch them without getting bored. Like, people's lives these days are very busy compared to before. some random guy talking about the comparison between cloud and demo. Like, I mean, it's a very interesting topic, and you might be like, is this something that I should buy? This guy might be able to explain stuff for me, or this person. Yeah, I definitely can, and so I shall. All right, so trying to get myself done with Teebs here. It's so tedious. Like in the full game, um, kinda even on Switch One, it operates just like the console version. You could actually go to your save loading, and actually choose where you want to. Yeah, it's like a lot more options per se that you wouldn't have here. It didn't give you everything in this demo. I would have been able to just load myself down into Thebes from the map or something like that, but it doesn't work like that. It isn't working much so nice as the full game does. So I'm just ear dashing my way all the way down this hill. Yeah, quite an expansive world, right? Kingdom Hearts 3 really did its best. This expanse of a world in every place, every world is its own world. It feels like a world in itself. They're huge. All right. So already off the bat, I don't know if the camera is really picking up the difference, but yeah, you're getting some frame drops already. This thing is stuttering somewhat, but believe it or not, it was worse than this by a lot too. So maybe that's why they like forced maybe this update. You never know. Maybe this was a rushed update and they made sure we got the performance, because this is something that people have put in pre-orders on. What I do believe, I don't think is the system's fault, because you could have a video game across many different platforms and they're all coded differently. Like the PlayStation 5 does not have the same system kernel per se that the Xbox One did in the past, or the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S has today. Uh, so everything is different, right? And if you're porting a game to a system, you've got to optimize it. You've got to make it compatible with the system that you're putting it on. You've got to make it that it feels, more comfortable and at home on the system, if that makes sense, right? Like code wise, how it's programmed, everything. And if you don't do that, it's just going to be a raw dish that doesn't take the full capabilities of the system, and it's going to be, look at this, holy shit, the stutter is so bad. So certain areas in this world, I don't know, I think it's because of the grass. Like if I pull the camera down, you can see grass swing in the wind. Like realistically, they're like wind effects now, and I think in Sura's here as well. So if I stand up, bring myself, you can see the wind pushing past is here brushing in the wind, and that's not a random animation. They're like literal ear and wind physics in this game, like you'd have in a real world, right? Crazy. So all of this is pulling on the RAM all at once. Then you've got the animations for Donald, Goofy. You've got the lighting, the smoke, and then there's all the decimation and destruction that Hades brought in the background. Buildings being broken up in the background. Bits of buildings falling all over the place. Yeah. So with the fact that this is a tablet hybrid console, and this is a tablet, this is impressive as hell still yet. But for someone who isn't too tech savvy and they don't know how impressive this is, like a big, bulky, fat ass, literally fat ass PS5, right? We'll be playing this, and that's the point. It's bigger than your dang TV, and it plays this fluently. So you're like, oh, awesome console. But this is supposed to be a console too, but I could literally fit this in my pocket, and it's running this game in handheld mode. This isn't using the full power the dock gets or anything of the sort. This is literally running in handheld mode right now. This is just the tablet on its own without the extra power juice from the dock. And this isn't stuttering that bad anymore. So whatever they did, awesome job. So what I'm gonna do is, all right. So I think I showed enough. You got to see some stutters, I guess, if it is being if it is being detected as much on the cam, all right, I think you saw for yourself quite enough what I'm speaking about here. All right, so I'm just gonna turn this down. I want it adjusted for as lots. Let me jump back out, and I'm gonna load the toy box section. So that's like, this is the Toy Story world. This is not the first world in the Vinny game, but one of the first few. And I'd say this more gives you a feel of the story appeal compared to, because the Hercules world, Olympus is very tutorial based, and it doesn't go fluent at all. You just play that first if you're new to Kingdom Hearts, and then when you get the feeling of it and you really want to just go jump into a world, and you know, yeah. So we've got the Kingdom Hearts 3 opening as well. Quite awesome. I won't be playing that right now. All right, so toy box, and you've got toys all over the place. So you could be fighting like 15, 20, believe it or not, 15 or 20 enemies all at once, or around 10 to 12 maybe. You've got these big mechs shooting at you, like maybe 5 or 6 of them. And then you've got like 8 little soldiers. So this cutscene is kind of, yeah, you want to see it, then this game was out for a few years now. I mean, come on, come to heck on. I'm just gonna skip it. I'm so sorry. I don't want my videos to be, like 2 hours. I keep bringing this up because it's pretty much the truth. I'm gonna show this quite a bit because
Sorry,
that was a video, but
but
this
this
is
is
a
no
native
time for
render
television, Rex.
of the
Gotta
characters.
say, it is pretty impressive.
This is not a
Really?
video per se.
I like his aura most.
And this runs like
Buddy, what
surprisingly well in
Are
handheld.
they back?
So yeah, this is handheld mode now. Running the Toy Box Toy Story world.
All right, guys. Today we teach those masked intruders who's boss. Is everybody in position?
Wait, hold on. I don't think I'm emotionally prepared. Would you calm down?
Looks
Don't worry,
exactly
I got you
close
covered.
enough to the actual movies, doesn't it? Right? Impressive. Graphically
It's
impressive.
go time.
So already, I guess you can see some motion slur, and well, this is handheld mode, but I'm going to be doing some videos in the near future showing the television side of things, but uh, until I get that, until I get the screen and the cam and stuff worked out, it's going to be quite impossible. The television has a
Where are
really
we?
unique, I think it's an OLED, some sort of unique screen type.
Oh my gosh! Have we been shrunk? and look at us.
You know what the magic is for? We have to protect the world order.
Order?
I said order.
Orders? Who's gonna protect the order from them? Heartless!
So just balance the lighting out.
Okay, we go on 3. 1, 2. Wait! What are you doing? Who are those guys?
So I'm going to be playing a good portion of this just to show you the difference. So look how smooth this is now compared to what I was just playing in the freaking Olympus world. Crazy amount of difference. Just gonna bring these out. Like I said, I guess there's all the decimation and stuff going on in the background that the game is actively rendering. So a system holds like 3D models and stuff in its memory and like actively renders them, like animates them and stuff in the background. Like, so you could be far away from these things and they're still being rendered. The system's is memory, and the system has no problem running all that in the background. But you're going to see performance dips, you're going to see slight stutters. That's all I'm talking about. And yeah, so most people these days, if you've had any sort of video game console, you're gonna have trained eyes for this by now, and you can see the difference in performance quite much, right? Exactly. I think there's an item. Although this is just a random, there's no you can't save it. There's no save files in this thing. They just force you to just run through however far you can make it into the demo, and then randomly close it off at certain points. Alright, let me see. Ooh. Not like a timer, but more like you get to a certain point in it. In this demo is like the end of it, per se, like that.
Are they new? Wait! Oh, you look familiar! I know this! You're.
So especially for those of you who maybe played this on the Switch 2, and you were like complaining about the performance, oh how terrible it is, yada yada. It's totally not anymore. I'm quite sure this is a perfect example. This is handheld. This system is not using its full raw power. This is proof right here that the 22.5.0 update, I'd say, unlocked the full potential of the Switch 2, and there's a good reason why I do believe it wasn't like that at launch, and only now
That's what heroes do, right?
Let's not jump to conclusions.
hardware and software has still been being worked out. I mean, this is a new system, new hardware, new software. Games are being ported to it. Developers are not, I'd say, fully acquainted with how the system perfectly runs yet. What to do, how to tweak this and that. So people have got to be patient. It's a new system. This thing only launched like last year. All right.
In that case,
this is only 1 year old. The system is only 1 year old.
Put her there.
Hey. Now hold on.
I'm Sora.
You Sora!
Actually, my name's Sora.
This is one little room, and I just want to hurry up and get to the outdoors. This cutscene is like crazily long. Like, I guess they tried to give this world much more of a movie appeal, because Toy Story is a Disney Pixar movie series, and it's like a beloved series for a lot of people, especially a lot of people. There aren't much people who were born in the late 90s or anything and not know what Toy Story is. So they try to make it to feel as though you're literally a part of the Toy Story world, and I think the creators of the movie actually like confirmed that this Sora meeting them actually lines up with the actual movie series. I think there's like some very smart references to them slightly remembering Sora in which is odd, because Sora is supposed to be in an alternate timeline from the general movies. So I find that very interesting that they kind of made his meeting with Buzz and Woody canon in the movies. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so that cutscene is really long. It's like all of this discussion going on, and then like they're like, should we really be just rushing to go out there? We don't know these guys, yada yada. Stuff like that, and like they're all around the bush just talking and discussing how they feel. Yeah, so this is something, for those who are not aware, if you attack from the sky high enough, you then get this. Yeah, there's an elite sim, but yeah, it's one of the items. If you're one of those who likes to 100% the items, the treasures in the Disney worlds, the Kingdom Hearts worlds, yeah. That might be one that a lot of people might miss, but I think it's Goofy that kind of tells you, or both of them, either Goofy or Donald would give you a hint either way, so it isn't the most difficult of the chess. There's a really difficult one.
I think the trampoline will take us back to Andy's room.
And from high up, so use this hyper hammer. You've got like We've got like Keyblade forms now since Kingdom Hearts 3. People might argue so that Kingdom Hearts 2 does as well, but I don't think as much as like not like this, not like this. Look at the transformation on this thing. It's a freaking rocket hammer, man. These spins, so awesome, so fun. Yeah, so change again to its final form, its second form, Drill Punch. And as you dodge, once you have this equipped and you dodge, you'll see. Come on, more enemies before this thing runs out. You actually every dodge is a dig into the soil, and you come back up on an enemy. It's like damage for him. Yeah, you saw it. Cool. Very creative. I like this a lot. This is one of my faves, to be honest. This and the Winnie the Pooh. Spoiler alert. The Winnie the Pooh Keyblade. This and the Winnie the Pooh Keyblade are my faves. Alright, so, but look at how smooth this is, alright? Look at it. Alright. Alright, so you just collect these. You're getting some frame dips here and there, but it isn't terrible at all. It was a lot more, because I guess, you know, a quick launch, they just dropped this on the system, and maybe it wasn't properly optimized yet. I'm quite sure that's all it was. This system is far more powerful than a lot of people currently know. I guess it's being underestimated because for decades Nintendo always had the weaker system. It was never really on par with the other systems, but that's definitely not the case anymore. It's just that it has quite a unique GPU, how it's programmed and how it's built. So like a lot of people won't be, a lot of developers, a lot of video game company developers wouldn't be 100% sure how to best build their games for the system as yet. That's all it is. Here it is. You see the slowdown, like massive slowdown, because look at the grass. Look at the freaking grass. The grass is not still. Look at these blades of grass in the vein. So that's all it is. Some areas you get maybe a dip to like a few 40 something hertz per second, and yeah, like this is handheld, and I was playing on television and I was gawking at the graphics, man. I was like, I kid you not, people would say that I'm crazy, but I'm sure I was getting, if anything, PS5 level performance from the freaking Doctor Mode. I kid you not. So I'm going to be doing a video on that sometime later. I don't know, maybe just showing some gameplay instead of discussion, because I already really did discuss here quite a lot. Yeah, so this thing looks amazing in Doctor Mode now. It is perfect. When I say perfect, I mean perfect performance. Perfect visuals, perfect performance. I was enjoying myself today when I was playing this on my television for the first time in a while. I kid you not. Whoa. So what this is doing here as well has got to be impressive as well for a handheld tablet device.
That toy move?
I guess it hasn't figured it
A
out.
handheld PC, I'd say.
I can make it move for you.
Huh?
This guy.
You're from the dream, the first of the Xehanorts.
You're still sleeping, Sora.
Remember me.
You're still asleep, Sora. Wake up, dude.
Oh no, he can move. Way cool.
Look out! One heart's shadows fill the emptiness of another. See how they bring him to life?
I'm gonna skip it though. These cutscenes are really, really lengthy. So at the very ending, Donald and Goofy point to a mech, and it kind of guides Sora to telling him, you should be using that, and he's like, oh, yeah. So like right after that, that is just this fight here. You're already in the mech. Look at this. Look at these enemies. The amount of dying enemies in here. This thing should be stuttering somewhat. I'm not expecting it. I'm not asking for it. But I'm just saying this is impressive. Believe it or not. Because like I keep telling you, this is dying handheld. This is freaking handheld. Alright. So I did show Toy Box. I did show Toy Box. I did show a bit of the. So I'm going to be jumping over to the Switch 1 now in just a bit. And showing, the stark difference there. Switch 1 runs fluently, especially in dark mode, running cloud. And that is impressive as hell. Like, I mean, it was designed for 5G. But this more so is going to be, the Switch 2 is going to be designed with 6G in mind. I'm not talking about 6E connection because 6E uses the 6G band, but apparently the general just normal basic 6G uses the 2.4, which is like 3G mixed with 5G, and I guess they call it 6G. A bunch of random, really annoying when they found that out. It isn't. I've definitely got to say it isn't real 6G. It's similar to 6G that the Switch 2 has. It's like I know some people might just want to up and call it budget 6G, but no, it's not the same. It is around that speed and bandwidth, but it uses the 5G coupled with the 3G speed. Yeah, that was quick, wasn't it? To give better performance, and we don't really have much routers around here that are doing that per se quite well as yet in 2026, to be honest. It's either 5G or a 3G router, and that's
He was
it.
being controlled. He wasn't just switched into battle mode by accident.
I'm gonna skip that. Alright. So then they give us access, like free world access here. There's like some items all over the place. Like this is a really good one. So I'm, just to help some of you all out, if you've got this game and you've been looking for this chest, looking for one or more chests and you're not sure where it is, hopefully I am helping get someone right here. So right up, let me see. Right up here, right? You float like by the entrance, right above here. I'm just gonna float up here, eject myself, and there's a chest right here. easily missed by a ton of people. There's a save file right here usually, but in the demo, like I detailed earlier, in case you've been listening, there's no save file in this demo to just like get you to play around, and that's it. All right, so I'm gonna be swapping systems now, and I'm gonna be using the Switch 1 and running the cloud game from there. So I'm just gonna close this. There, this here is gonna need. Sorry about the black screen for so long, but got nothing on the screens yet. All right, so let me just get this. Place it right here. Just in view. That's good enough, I think. That's definitely good enough. Yeah, quite. Yeah, that should be fine. And I'm going to boot the. That was Kingdom Hearts 3 just now. So this one. Alright, and mind you, this is the cloud version. So, any odd starters, and this is handheld mode. This is not the docked mode. So, I guess there's a lot of peak performance and stuff that, better performance that could be had from the docked play. But I think this should be fine as well. Switch 1 is really dang impressive. I'd say like internet Wi-Fi wise. The Switch 1 has been developed in a time and age where a lot of people are still using 5G. But I guess we're moving more into a PC personal computer era, and Nintendo is really good at adapting to the scene. So I guess that's why they have this this mouse control feature for the Joy-Con 2s. And I'd say the system is the Switch 2 is more designed with the Switch 2 is more designed with Ethernet, like direct cable internet, than Wi-Fi in mind, because I have my Switch 1 right next to my Switch 2. All right, and the Switch 2 struggles with 5G where I'm at in the house. All right, struggles. I've got my Switch 1 behind there. There's no interference because I could turn my Switch 1 completely off and just have it with me, and then try on the Switch 2, and it's struggling. And I put my Switch 1, they have the dot, like the dots. The Switch 1 dot is directly next to the Switch 2 dot. And the Switch 1 gets on instantly, no trouble, perfect gameplay. Everything as you'd see here, no issues. Bear I'm at in your house. So that's crazy. That's freaking crazy. So the Wi-Fi in the Switch 1, I don't know if this is because I've got this pretty low. I don't know if it's because this is a V2. This is actually a revised model of the Switch 1 that came out a good few years after. I think this came out around the time the OLED did. It kind of closed in. Alright, so I'm just going to hit load here. Look at this, man. Alright, so I'm actively, yeah, so this is where I am because I've been completing the treasures, getting I got all of them for. I show you what I have so far. So like I said though, I'm gonna be jumping back to my world map, and I'm gonna be going back to the first world in the game. I'm gonna be stuttering quite a bit because I've got this quite far from, but as you can see, it's still running pretty decent for a cloud game. My god. I don't know if it's the Illuminati because look at it, it's still operating like this is console quality gameplay right here. I'm not getting any input lags. I kid you not. I'm not lying. I'm telling the darn truth. Look at this thing. This is amazing, right? So the Switch 1. The Switch 1 has that advantage, I'd say. It's like way better with Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Alright, so let me go to the world map. Yeah, world map, and I'm gonna be, this is, so you let me see, embark. You can see Toy Box is over here. Battle level is 32, and Olympus is like really heavy. I'm gonna, alright, not right now, I'm gonna land from here. Olympus is like really heavy on GPU, CPU, whatever system it's running on. And my Switch, I turned my Switch. I'm gonna turn this off in case it causes any hiccups that I don't want. And yeah, so I'm going to be diving below from Mount Olympus. Like I told you, any stutters you see is because I've got this even further from the router than I usually do. I've got this for recording convenience. I've got this like a bit further than it usually is. And it's still performing better than I thought. I was expecting this thing to be terrible, maybe unplayable, but it's still performing somehow. Holy shit, Nintendo Switch is impressive. Wi-Fi wise. The resolution is arse compared to Switch 2 now, man. Newer system, better resolution display, and 4K and all that too. Like this is practically, oh god, I forgot. I'm gonna put this on, yeah, there you go. So you can see, so this is practically freaking console, yeah. It's even faster, right? Oh, and I'm running this on my Switch 1 tablet. This is handheld, mind you, alright? I'm running this on the Switch 1 tablet, using some Wi-Fi. No Ethernet cable connected. This is not in a dock. This is the Switch 1 screen in your face. You know, maybe you're like you randomly in your room or in the bathroom, wherever, and just like staring at the screen. And this is the experience you're getting. It is not terrible. Anyone who complains about these cloud games, they've got shitty internet. The reason why, as of right now, as of recording, all right, these were removed from the Nintendo eShop. So I'm quite sure any game that has cloud service, there's some people who might go online. They're not really truly interested in playing the game. There might be some rich buffs, I call them, and they might just load the game, you know, to prank people, to prank the servers. Have these there's some people that literally, just as a joke, distress the servers. I think these systems are programmed by now to detect people that are doing that sort of shit and like getting them off the servers. But there's still quite a lot before the systems detect them, and they just pressure the system so much. They're not actually playing the game; they're just finding ways to pressure the servers, and you ain't gonna find that anymore because you can't have anyone buying the game, newly like purchasing the game anymore. So there's going to be like a bunch less people on the servers. The games are going to run 10 times better compared to before. Oh my god, look at this. Alright, let me use my... Oh, listen to that. Get max. Whoa. Speed. I mean, you're still seeing some frame drops, some slight stutters, because like I said, I've got this way further from the router than I usually do. And yeah, right? But this is even better performance. Like, look at it. You cannot deny, alright? This is even better performance, I'd say. Like,
Hope we find some ingredients around here.
the correct word to use here is, yeah, response. The response time between my button presses, activity on the screen, it is a lot better, to be honest. The game isn't actively rendering everything in the background and being like, oh, so you told me to press this, but I was working on that 3D model just now. Oh, and this, thank you. The Switch 2 isn't overworking itself. The Switch 1 ain't my bad. It's actually running directly, streaming it from the cloud, so there's way less pressure in the system. Look at this, man. Oh my god. I mean, this is a pretty fast Keyblade. Alright, I think I should. Alright, so for... this is a fast Keyblade as well. Alright, and I'm using the Keyblade that you get with the... this is the Keyblade that is like exclusive to the cloud Nintendo Switch 1 cloud game. And sadly, this is the only way to get this Keyblade, and it's going to be gone. It's going to be deleted per se, because soon enough you won't be. This is ridiculous. I hope this comes back. This people, use your brain, man. I hope this Keyblade comes back in the digital version. It'd be very truly ridiculous if this Keyblade just dies, because what the hell? I'm quite sure there's another Keyblade. It's not this again. There's some, I think it's called the Lone Knight or something like that. The Keyblade that's going to be made for the Switch 2 digital versions. Exclusive to the digital versions on Switch 2. And it's not going to be this one. Alright, so what's this called? Equipment Sora Advent Red, right? So the Advent Red Keyblade actively is going to be dead. I'm quite sure, hopefully not. But let me just change this over to the Kingdom Key, the original Keyblade. Because this is really, but it's still, I guess I've got way more ear combos and stuff like that. I beat the full game already, on cloud on my Switch 1, a while ago, months ago, believe it or not. Even whilst the servers were still being pressured, you know, this was still on sale in the eShop, I comfortably beat this thing on this Switch 1, so it is not terrible. It's just maybe you need better internet. No bright, just saying. You've got to check for yourself, man. Stop just listening to people and you know, work things out for yourself, test them out for yourself. And you'd find out that sometimes, you know, the world, majority of people just got a nice stick up the butt. It isn't even close to the complaints or anything of the sort. Look at this. This is literally perfect. I just pressed that by mistake, and I can instantly cancel. Graphics. I've got this in performance mode. There's a graphics mode, and then there's a performance mode. I've got this in graphics mode because this is the handheld mode, and I'm much a technical eye. I'm a technical person, and it makes no sense using the graphics mode in handheld. That's what really pressures it unnecessarily. The Switch One doesn't use much GPU or like graphics engine in handheld mode, so it's really ridiculous if you're trying to use the graphics mode and you're only playing in handheld. Anyway, it wouldn't give this any justice. I've got to say it like that, I guess. All right. So this is the first world. I did show a good amount of gameplay, like me dishing out on these enemies. You finish them off? Cool. Alright, so you hear the audio stutters too. Yeah, you get some of that sometimes, but I get none of that when I'm playing, and where I usually place this in the dock especially, or it is way better than this. So imagine it's like console quality perfect, like no stutters, fluent, flawless, and I'm still playing this, and it's been a pinch worse than this before because of the like I kept detailing here, the servers kind of slowed it down quite a bit. So I'm in Thebes now. This is what I've been looking for, and you can see the performance drop right away. All right, the frame rate. This world, something about this area. This is like this is after you travel to other worlds and you complete their stories and you come back. You can see that they're rebuilding and stuff like that. The fire's gone, but it still, for some reason, it still drops frames. I'm not sure how or why, but there's something about this world. Oh yeah, the grass, right? The grass is the grass is a bit much. Like, let me pull my camera down again. And this is a cloud game. You see the grass moving in the wind, right? And I think Sora is here again. Yup. See his wind, his hair blowing in the wind. And it's even more detailed than, which is crazy, right? His hair and everything, the 3D models, I think, are more detailed than in the digital versions in Switch 2, and that's crazy. I guess they watered down a few things, and this isn't even graphics mode. This is performance mode. This isn't even graphics mode, so imagine. Maybe if you have an Ethernet cable and you're sure you're getting direct internet speed, and you go to graphics mode, it's going to be crisp, gorgeous, still running sweet, still running perfectly. Getting some stutters there, but it isn't terrible at all. All right, so let me see if I can find myself all right, awesome. Play it here. Because I'm kind of coming drawing to the close of this video. Like I kind of like making my videos like 1 hour or a bit more, but nothing over that. So I'm definitely going to be ending this video soon. Then I'm going to be doing some more Monster Hunter after this. See how far I could get, how quick I can, because it's easy as hell for me right now. I'm going to be removing that help hand armor that the game gives you at the beginning. There's like 66 in defense, so much more than you actually need. That's for like beginners and stuff like that, to give them a boost at the beginning of the game so they don't die too easily. And I was putting that on because that's like, you know, showcasing one of the DLC, but I kind of forgot. That kind of just makes it a bit. I'm going to be removing that, so I'm just looking for. Alright, relax, just take a breathe. I think it's over this way. Find some ingredients. Dang annoying. Alright. So, I guess I got a good few in money. Game money. I don't want to just cancel, you know, like quit out to come back and lose
Hope we
that
find some ingredients around
like
here.
inch of performance. All right, so let me see. So before, below here was like fire, and this is that. The area was like burning down there, and they rebuilt the crossing there. You get to see this world for like how it is after we build. Yeah, cool, right?
I bet we'll find some ingredients around
All right, so here. Yeah, there's a safe spot somewhere in here. So I'm just gonna jump to. All right, yeah, there it is. It's further up here. Come on. All right, so world. No, please. World map and toy box, right? Just to show the difference, you know, somewhat. And then I'm done with this, and yeah, I'm gonna continue on in Andy's room from here. Yeah, so I've been busy on my own time. I'm gonna show you what I mean. I got every treasure item in it, like the first 3 worlds. So that is got me straight over the treasures. So the Olympus, all of them. Twilight Tongue, all 10. Toy Box, all 29. I'm working on Kingdom of Corona now. That's the World of Tangled. I already got everything in the Monsters Inc. world. Then there's the Frozen world. Still working on those. Like, whoa, look at those, right? Alright, so let's show a bit of gameplay in here. I mean, like I keep telling you, it isn't going to be perfect because I don't have this the spot that I should for recording. I'm gonna work on something. Maybe get my camera hooked to my chest or something, um, or a hat or some shit. I'm gonna work something out because I really want to be able to show this in its full potential. You'd think that I'm just, but maybe this is 10 times better than what you experience if you've ever played this. And you're like, whoa, how is he playing this? Like, holy shit, how is this playable? What's his internet ping? Like, holy shit, man. You're probably freaking out, but yeah. Internet. This is one of the major advantages we got along here. Internet on islands, I guess we've got superior internet compared to a lot of other places. I'm not in a big bustling city where the ping is like tossing between 200 and 300 computers per second, and I'm literally like just 1 or 2 houses right now that has a computer, a powerful enough computer that's on is going to be pulling internet between the network. So like when you're living on an island, that's one of the few advantages, you know, technical advantages. The internet is really good, but I'm not in New York or LA, and I'm not living in one of those like big buildings where there's like hundreds of people using the same internet service. So like if I'm watching a video every 2 seconds it's got a buffer and all that shit. I've got to pause the video and let it load. No, everything is instant because there's only a few people in that little area, right? Whoa. Alright, let me just set it off. I could fly. What am I doing? Waste of time. Hurry up and use this. And then just finish it off. Oh, damage. So yeah, quite awesome, right? I'm definitely gonna end this here though. So in fact, what am I doing? So Galaxy Toys, you'll get to see the performance in, you know, all those nets and stuff shooting at me, and it's still gonna be running well. You wait and see. This is well worth it, I tell you. All right, well worth it. And if you do get the chance, you know, you've got a Switch 2 that's updated to 22.5.0, and you have the demo, the Kingdom Hearts 3 demo. Definitely try it out. awesome. The gameplay is so nice. Gotcha. Got all your bitches. Damage. Down in one. I think I got the blue one, right? There's barely a bit more health. Gotta know. I'm gonna give it a, oh god. I'm gonna give it a whirl. Come on. There we go. That was behind there for shielding, right? I think it was affecting my shots as well, so got my way back out of there. I know you're taking a punch. Punch you first. Got these little things I forgot about. So it's still going to be slightly stuttery, but only because I've got this in a bad spot in the room. But this is amazing. This is close to console. It's still stuttering here and there because I think it's loading in more of them. There's like a lot of them in here. So it's going to stutter on and off. Look at this shit. And it's still running well, I'd say, even. Alright. So just after I finish this battle, and I'm going to finish it quite in just a bit, believe you me, I'm going to be ending this video off. Because I'm level 99. Level 99, I know. The levels do climb kind of quickly, especially when you get to the DLC. There's a reason for that. There's the Remind, and then there's a DLC section after that with Riku, and those... Jesus. This is impressive. For how much chaos is going on in here, I'm just dashing and like tapping away my attack button. The amount of shit that's going on in here, and this isn't like crashing per se. It's still running well, and this is in handheld mode. Anyone would know that this is the servers are like really good now, really good. It's dropping frames somewhat, you can see. I'm purposely pressuring this is why I'm showing it. So compared to the performance on Switch 2, this is awesome. So never mind the foolish talk from maybe the Nintendo haters or whoever else, because they're going to disguise themselves as else, but they're really some Nintendo haters more than likely, because the Switch 2 is awesome. Man, the Switch 2 versions are more than worth it. Jesus. Even the Switch 1 Cloud version, too bad no one can get it as of right now anymore. They shut the servers down for the soon enough on June next year, and so there's like one more year literally before this is shut off, and you've got to get the digital versions. But as of right now, this is perfect performance, man. So if you know someone who has it and you want to try it out, or you can lend these to family members if they're like on the same network, you can actually ask them to send you the virtual card that you can play in the system. And yeah, it isn't worth it. I bought this like a few years back, and I'm not regretting it at all. Like I had my fun with this. I guess I was always fortunate enough to have 5G that's like fast enough to do this even, but yeah, 5G is the go deal for this game, for anything cloud actually. Watching movies, streaming them from your phone to your television, stuff like that. There's a little feature in your phone that allows you to sync your screen, and what do you use? So let's go, let it go. Damage? Yeah. Trying to get this over with before. Trying to get these shits over with. Dang it, some more. This is crazy. Dang it, man. So I guess they're trying to make it extra difficult to fight him on foot, but I'm level 99, so Yeah, you just ear step and then attack. Done. Alright, I'm definitely sure that's it. Like, once the save spot shows back up, yeah, all the enemies were dealt with. Awesome. So I'm just gonna save this here. And get to see all my save files. So this is the other DLC I was speaking of that I'm playing on a different save file. I've got it in the background here as well, but because you could choose to select when you're loading if you want to load the DLC or you want to load the main story, that sort of stuff. But yeah, so if you like this video, you're definitely about getting the digital version. I'm gonna jump back over. You saw that performance. This is decent, but this is cloud, and this is not even in an optimal position in the room to have its best peak performance. So I just saved, so I could just jump right over, plot my switch to in front here, and you see the difference again. But if you want to jump back in the video, you can go look at that again. Instead of me just doing that again, that'd be ridiculous. The video was made for that reason. Alright, so if you like this video, you can leave a like, click that like button, and you can as well leave a comment, don't be shy, and say what you think on the demos, like the experience you had, and why you think so. Just give you ideas as well. If you haven't, the button that says subscribe or follow, whichever it says, you can click on that button, and you'd be notified whenever I create new videos, anything of the sort. Yeah? So this has been Mr. Pokemon 907. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever and wherever you're watching. On until next upload. Some more Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, and I should be finishing off the village quest quite soon. We're going to be getting into the big boy hub quest soon enough. So get excited. I'm going to be making some armors, some weapons. I'm going to be removing that freaking beginner set armor set that I have on for sure. I'm going to be putting on some weaker, give it more challenge. You'd see that I'm legit. All right. So yeah. Until then, thank you for choosing my channel, watching my videos. If you like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Until next upload.